For 8 months, 777 Partners has been trying to buy Everton, but the takeover looks increasingly unlikely to go through. The Miami-based investment firm has been accused of fraud by a pair of London-based asset management companies and has needed to call in restructuring experts to try to save the business. Everton, meanwhile, revealed that 777's agreement to buy the club will expire at the end of the month, and they are now pursuing alternative scenarios in their quest for a new owner. The immediate focus of 777 appears to be on survival, rather than adding to its roster of clubs. But if 777 collapses, it would have far-reaching repercussions, affecting teams from France to Brazil, Australia to Italy. Discontent has been welling at some of the clubs in the 777 family, under the 777 Football Group umbrella, for a while, with supporters increasingly anxious about the future. Others appear to be burying their heads in the sand and hoping the problem goes away. Here, The Athletic looks at how existing members of 777's football portfolio are confronting the crisis, if at all. They are far from the only 777-owned club in flux, but Standard are almost certainly the most combustible. This week, board member Jean-Michel Jarvox confirmed he had offered his resignation, saying that he hoped it would provide an electroshock. In a statement published on Facebook, Jarvox spoke of the critical financial situation of the club and criticized 777 for its lack of communication in recent months, but added that he had been asked by Don Dransfield, CEO of 777 Football Group, to stay on in an interim capacity and help with the transition. For months, we have sounded the alarm over the lack of information on the sporting project, the financial situation of the owners and their lack of attendance at the stadium, Jarvox wrote. Fellow board member, Pierre Locht, on multiple occasions, has highlighted the critical financial situation and the need for cash. The lack of response from the owners to the mid- and long-term demands was no longer supportable. We are not accomplices of 777. Jarvox also suggested that 777's co-founders Josh Wander and Stephen Pascoe had been removed from Standard's board. In their absence, Dransfield, a former chief strategy officer of City Football Group, is understood to be leading the Miami Group's sporting strategy at Leeds and elsewhere. Supporters have been increasing the pressure on 777 to sell the club after what is seen as another season of underachievement on the pitch. The 10-time Belgian champions finished 10th in the Pro League regular season and cannot qualify for UEFA competition via the division's European playoffs. Standard were forced to postpone their game against KVC Westerlo last Friday night due to protests by fans against the owners, with members of Ultras Inferno 1996 blockading players at the club's training ground before the match. Banners reading, "Standard on strike, F777" and